Imagine a time when even the salt on your table was a symbol of oppression. In 1930, that was a reality for millions in India under British rule. The British Empire controlled everything, including the most basic of necessities, salt. They imposed a law that was not just a tax. It was a deep humiliation. It banned Indians from collecting or selling their own salt, forcing them to buy heavily taxed salt from the British. For the poorest of the poor, who relied on salt to preserve food and for their own health, this was a devastating blow. It felt like the empire was taxing their very tears. But in the face of this injustice, one man saw an opportunity for a revolution without a single weapon. That man was Mahatma Gandhi. He understood that this simple grain of salt held the power to unite a nation. He decided to challenge the British Empire, not with violence, but with a walk. A very, very long walk. On March 12, 1930, a 61-year-old Gandhi, frail but resolute, set out from his ashram in Sabarmati. His destination, the coastal village of Dandi, 240 miles away on the Arabian Sea. He started with just 78 followers, but his journey was more than just a physical trek. It was a pilgrimage for freedom. As he walked, day after day for 24 days, something incredible began to happen. The world started to watch. Reporters from across the globe followed his every step. Villagers flocked to the dusty roads, eager to catch a glimpse of the man who dared to defy an empire. With each mile, the crowd grew. It swelled from dozens to hundreds, then to thousands. His message of satyagraha, or nonviolent resistance, resonated deeply. He wasn't just marching against a salt tax. He was walking for the dignity of an entire nation. He spoke to the people, reminding them of their strength, their unity, and the power of peace. Finally, on the morning of April 6th, Gandhi reached the sea. As the sun rose over the Indian Ocean, in front of a massive crowd and the world's press, he waded into the water. He then bent down, picked up a small lump of salty mud from the shore, and held it high. With that simple gesture, he broke the British law. He had made his own salt. That single symbolic act was like a spark igniting a wildfire of defiance across India. Suddenly, everywhere, people were making their own salt. From the biggest cities to the smallest villages, Indians openly defied the British law. They boiled seawater in pots on their rooftops. They collected salt from coastal flats. The Salt March had unleashed a massive wave of civil disobedience. The British response was swift and brutal. They arrested over 60,000 people, including Gandhi himself. Protesters were met with violence. In one famous incident at the Darasana salt works, peaceful marchers were mercilessly beaten by police, but they refused to fight back. The images of their bravery and the empire's brutality shocked the world. The movement only grew stronger. The Salt March did more than just challenge a law. It fundamentally changed the perception of British rule. It showed the world, and more importantly, it showed Indians themselves, that they could stand up to the mightiest empire on earth through unity and nonviolence. It was a moral victory that laid the groundwork for India's eventual independence in 1947. This incredible story proves that you don't need armies or weapons to create monumental change. Sometimes, all it takes is a powerful idea, unwavering conviction, and the courage to take that first step. The Salt March remains a timeless inspiration for civil rights movements everywhere. A powerful reminder that even the smallest, most peaceful act can indeed shake an empire to its core. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories of the people who changed our world. See you in the next one.